Right guys, welcome back to the workshop. For anybody new here, I'm Joe from SJB Scottish Hand Poured Precious Metals. I make hand poured silver, copper and pewter pieces right here in Scotland, with everything done the old fashioned way. Plenty of fire, hammers, noise, and usually at least one health and safety violation per video. Today I'm going to be making some of our most popular 999 fine silver ram's head bars and rounds. So grab a coffee, sit back and watch me turn these tiny bits of silver grain into shiny little bits of treasure. First things first, we'll weigh up the pure silver grain and look out the moulds I'm going to be using today. Doesn't matter how many times I do this, I still end up rummaging through the moulds like a dog digging through the kitchen bin. Once everything's sorted, time for a quick preheat and then we start melting. There's just something satisfying about watching silver melt down. It's like expensive soup. First up, I did the 2 gram fractional. You'll notice that I didn't actually use a mould for that one, and you'll see why later on. Second was the 5 gram round, straight into a rough little blob there. Very technical terms we're using today. And after the ½ ounce bar is done, we shuffle over the anvil and set up for the next stage. Now what you're seeing right now probably looks a bit rough and ready, but it works an absolute treat. I use the steel rod and pipe setup to make my fractionals and smaller rounds. Basically, I could slide the pipe sleeve over the silver pieces to hold them securely, and the steel bar gives me something solid to strike against while flattening them out. Simple, cheap and effective. A quick rough shaping up of the bar, and that's the blanks all done. Next up, I need to quickly anneal them. For anybody that doesn't know, annealing is basically heating up the metal until it softens. After that, we quench it into cold water to shock it and help keep it soft for striking. Sounds fancy, but in reality it's mostly just me heating things up until they glow and then, well, hoping for the best. A quick dry off, and then it's back to the anvil once I've looked out all the punches that I need. Now, the ram's head punch that I'm using is a bit awkward because there's so much detail packed into it. So you'll notice when I do it, I'm using multiple strikes, angling from side to side, front to back, just to make sure the stamp goes in nice and clean. One bad hit and all of a sudden your majestic ram's head looks like it's been hit by a bus. The backs of all 3 of these coins and bars are all stamped 999 fine silver to show the purity. After that's all done, quick tidy up of the area, or at least what counts as tidy in here. And let's get the tumbler filled and ready for spinning. The tumbler will run away for about an hour or so. I'll stop, have a look at them, see how they look, possibly put them in for another ½ an hour. While that's doing its thing, I decided to strike some copper and pewter coins. But watch out, because here's where I make a proper simple idiot mistake. Most of you who've watched my videos before will already know I have absolute lack of health and safety awareness when it comes to footwear in the workshop. Often wearing slides. Yep, slides around molten metal and heavy tools. HSE would have a field day if they fucking seen this place. As you just seen, the striking tool took off because I cut corners and never nailed it down. The thing weighs about 4 kilo and I can absolutely guarantee I'd have known about it if that landed on my toes. Probably would go as far as saying I'd have invented a few new Scottish words. Anyway, lesson learned, that's it nailed down for the rest of the work. Stick around till the end though, because I'll show you how all these pieces turned out. Let's see how quick I can fly through all these. Right, once I'm finished with that, still got some coins from a customer's order I made the other day which still need polished up. So let's crack on with that. Now the tumbler is finally done. Pull the ram's head items out and swap them over for the coins that you just watched me strike. Once the coins are in there and rumbling away, I need to shove the 999 items in for a quick acid bath. This just removes any oxidization caused during the melting process. Now, as always, time to hassle poor Mrs. Shamel Joe to fill out the cards for me. She's basically the unpaid admin department of SJB at this point. I just appear covered in silver dust, handing over paperwork like some sort of federal office manager. Once she's finished up with those, I gather all the COAs up together, head out to the shed to laminate them. Honestly, jobs like this are the bits that people forget about, and they take up some amount of time. It's not just pouring silver and swinging hammers all day, unfortunately. Anyway, once they're done, time to trim them all up. Sadly, even the smaller little individual pockets won't quite fit in the pouches that I use. Once they've been trimmed, I put them in the individual pouches so that I'm ready to match them with any bars or coins or whatever I've made. When doing custom orders, these are optional for an added cost of £1 per item. I also have individual Shamel Joe bullion pots which come with the COAs for £1.50. Anyway folks, the ram's head items are finally done, so we'll give them a quick final polish, get them looking their best. Once they've had a wet polish, I move them over to the bigger cloth to try and pull off any more excess polish still left on the bars. Polishing finished, so I've paired up all the customers' coins and bars with the correct COAs, and I'll seal them all in their pouches. Next I'll do the exact same with the ram's head items. And look, here's the coins that nearly cost me all feelings in my toes earlier. I really appreciate all the interest we've had in the videos and reels across all the different platforms recently. It's genuinely really motivating and exciting to see, so thank you all very much for the support. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, like and share. Also drop a quick comment letting me know what you'd like to see next. Bye guys.